Lumon Industries is more than just a company. It's a legacy, a belief system, a machine driven by ethos, ritual, and a desire to change the world. But where did it all begin? Who was Keir Egan really? Let's dive into the extraordinary and eerie history of Lumon Industries. The birth of Keir Egan. In 1841, a frail child named Keir Egan was born under troubling circumstances. His parents shared a close biological relationship, a euphemism for inbreeding. This left Keir with tuberculosis and a weak constitution. According to internal Lumon documentation, the fourth appendix of the Compliance Handbook, Keir had a twin brother named Dear. The two were inseparable in childhood. By age 12, Keir began working for a ruthless furniture tycoon, Edgar Willett, enduring 14-mile daily commutes and brutal labor. Willett allegedly beat his workers with furniture. During this time, Keir formed bonds with fellow workers, including Dell, an amputee whom Keir helped using a prosthetic hand made of wood and chicken skin. When Willett discovered the trick, Dell was sent to a children's prison. This experience shaped Keir's concept of industrial love, the ideal bond between person of means and person of ability. The woods and the first vision. Encouraged by Dear, Keir fled to the woods. One night, he heard Dear in a private act and urged him to return. Dear refused and began to decay into the forest, becoming moss and sap. At a place called W Hollow, Keir encountered a mystical woman in a bridal gown, who he later called W, the first of the four tempers: war, frolic, dread, and malice. This moment laid the spiritual foundation of Lumon Industries. Early adult life and formation of beliefs. Keir brought a thieving nanny to justice, showing his sense of right and wrong. He later worked in an ether factory, where he met and married a young swap girl named Imagigan. Their love was depicted in the painting, The Courtship of Keir and Imagigan. Though fond of her, Keir admitted his bond with his workers was stronger. The Civil War and Remedium Hominidibus. Keir served as a military doctor during the Civil War, possibly witnessing the Battle of Cold Harbor. Here, he saw the extent of human suffering and resolved to eliminate pain, calling this mission Remedium Hominidibus, Cure for Humanity. Founding of Lumon Industries. In 1865, Keir founded Lumon Industries as a pharmaceutical venture producing topical remedies. Under his 74-year leadership, Lumon grew into a powerful biotech empire. He fathered two children, Ambrose and Miral Egan. Miral, at age 7, pledged to become Lumon's first female CEO and was taught the 9 core principles: vision, verve, wit, cheer, humility, benevolence, nimbleness, propriety, and likely wisdom. Keir often disguised himself to listen to employee grievances, solidifying his image as a worshipped figure. Keir's final years and legacy. Keir recounted Dear's decay and the vision of W before his death. He believed humanity's enemy was pain and that the four tempers must be tamed to master the universe. He was succeeded by Ambrose Egan, who married Gunnell Egan. Gunnell later had an empathy center named after her. Ambrose served only 2 years as CEO before being replaced by Miral Egan, one of Lumon's most legendary leaders. She founded the Myrtle Egan School for Girls and Credit Union. The Egan line continues. Bert Egan took over after Miral and served until 1976. Gart Egan, likely a relative, succeeded him and served until 1987. Philip Pip Egan, born 1937, became CEO and launched a successful restaurant franchise, The Peeps. Leonora Egan followed Pip and served from 1999 to 2003, dying mysteriously at age 48. James Egan took over next, the current CEO. Though publicly credited with Severance, the procedure was invented by Harmony Coble, who gave credit to Lumon in devotion to Keir. The Demona birthing retreat. James Egan, disappointed in his daughter Helena, began fathering illegitimate children with severed women at a hidden facility. These women had their memories wiped after childbirth to protect the secret. The Lexington Letter, Peggy Kincaid. In 2017, Peggy Kincaid, a school bus driver, joined Lumon after a traumatic accident. She underwent severance and unknowingly began refining files linked to real-world tragedies. One such file, Lexington, correlated with a competitor's truck explosion. Her innie warned her of the dangers. Eventually, Peggy fled and wrote to journalist Daria Thorne. Her death was later reported as a car accident, with no mention of Lumon. Mark and Gemma's story. Mark Scout's wife, Gemma, was believed dead, but was secretly severed and transformed into Ms. Casey, a wellness counselor. Mark unknowingly worked on a file called Cold Harbor, a map of Gemma's mind. Mark's innie made progress, earning him a crystal cube. After discovering the truth, Mark underwent reintegration and rescued Gemma, choosing to stay behind for Heliar, whom he had come to love. MDR Rebellion and Heliar, revealed to be Helena Egan, entered Lumon to prove Severance works, but her innie rebelled, inspiring her co-workers, Mark, Irving, and Dylan, to question everything. With help from Harmony Coble and Rickon's book, The UUR, they realized they were human beings, not tools. Dylan activated the overtime contingency, waking their innies in the outside world. Heli tried to expose Severance at a gala. Irving learned his Audi was investigating Lumon. Mark discovered Ms. Casey was Gemma. The Cold Harbor File and Season 3. Gemma endured trauma-based experiments as Lumon tried to perfect Severance by suppressing identity and emotion. Mark refused to continue without his friends, eventually completing the Cold Harbor File. Coble, now betrayed by Lumon, helped him rescue Gemma. The season ends with Mark staying for Heliar. Season 3 will explore what comes next. Lumon Industries' story is a dark, winding tale of ideology, pain, and control, but also of rebellion, identity, and love. Stay tuned for what comes next.